I'm going to say a couple things here. You may feel a little sting, especially if you're watching at home. It's not meant to be personal. I'm just going to say it, though. Pre-pandemic, before all this stuff happened, pastors would sit around in rooms and they would say, talk about regular church attendance. And there were surveys that were done pre-pandemic. And this is what it meant to be regularly committed to a local church. You ready? It meant you go to church 1.7 times a month. 1.7 times a month means regular commitment. That means 20 times a year. That's not even half the year. Right? Not even half the year. My worry with the pandemic and with trying to get everything to you online is that we may never see you again. It's actually why we didn't do online streaming before the pandemic, because it became very convenient to go to church at home, which we all know when something is that convenient, it becomes very convenient to just not do anymore at all. Right? It's like, oh, I'll watch it later, tomorrow. I'm gonna binge watch it this weekend, Pastor. I'm gonna watch all 4 No, you're not. Nobody's gonna watch that many sermons. I'm not watching that many sermons, right? I mean, I'm good, but I'm not that good, right? You know, I just want to say a couple things, right? Content isn't community. Content isn't community. When the scriptures say, don't forsake the gathering together of the saints, they're not talking about coming to sing songs and hear a sermon. That's part of it, but the church is the people of God on mission together. Right? So content cannot replace community. Internet connection isn't biblical community. I just want to say that. Like, it's important for you to engage when you can and when you're ready, but don't mistake convenience for connection, convenience for community, convenience for commitment. I'm not chastising you about your personal or family decisions for safety. I think all those things are good, but I am pushing you though. I want to push you this morning. Don't choose convenience over commitment. And the holiday season proves to me, right, that we make exceptions for what matters most. Right? The news, everybody on the news is, don't get together with your at-risk relatives. And every person I know got together with their at-risk relatives. And I'm like, well, why would you make that decision? Well, it's important to us. It wouldn't be the same without it. Right? I go, well, you know, they kept saying online, you know, like Dr. So-and-so would be like, well, you can Zoom with your relatives. And you hear people say, like, Zoom isn't the same as Christmas together. I'm just going to say, same thing is true for the body of Christ. Right? If you can't be here, we get it. We're glad to offer you this service. But don't get lazy with your connection with Jesus. Right? And I'm looking at everybody in the room who made a chance to be here. So I should look right there and just say, don't be lazy. We understand safety. We want you to take it easy. But we want you to get in to the groove again and don't just choose convenience over connection.